Good day, good day, believers gang. Welcome to my page. This is Ghana Joshua Dalami, the analyst, and if this is your first time, drop the make sure to subscribe so you see more updates here, and also do well to share to any of your friends who trade to the financial market or is interested, so they could learn for free. So on today is our pre-market analysis as usual, where we build trade ideas from scratch and trying to like speculate for the week ahead. So this analysis is going to be covering for Monday, 25th April to 1st of May, which will be on Friday, market close. So what we're going to be doing here is just forecasting to see then when market open, if it respects any of the zones we mark, we take action. If it doesn't, we wait and know what to do. So it's important. Today is Sunday. Before the market, you have an idea so that market open, you waiting patiently. One thing you should take note again, it's one thing to identify this zone and build this idea like we are going to do now, right? It's another thing to wait for price to reach that level. It's another thing to what would we see at this level, because it's not just marking the levels. Once we mark the levels, now when price comes there, we still wait to see confirmations before we enter. So when we mark these levels, it's not that we just enter blindly when it does. So for the beginners, I just thought to put that also down. So the value you're going to be getting from this, if you've never analyzed any chart before in your life, you have an idea how it's done, and you'll be able to for yourself. Here, it's XAUUSD and US oil specifically is what we focus on, but this same process applies to any asset of your choice that you feel comfortable analyzing and trading, right? So basically what we do here is support and resistance. So broken resistance turn to support, broken support turn to resistance, and vice versa, and that's how we follow price movements. So let's head on straight to the chart. So what would we be looking at from gold? From the daily is where we start. So first off, we can identify this level of resistance. So anywhere you see red resistance, anywhere you see blue means it's support. So price has been ranging between since the beginning of April between 4900 and 4600. This has been the price range movement of gold. It hasn't broken yet. It's been ranging. So we use psychological levels to identify strong levels of support and resistance. So for six, this has been the price action for this April. Basically, April started at around this level. Yeah, then April started here, and the month will be ending in 5 days time. So this is a strong level of support, and from what we're seeing for gold, this was a major push down which broke this level. So it broke this low. So took out this low, took out like literally almost, yeah, this low. So question now is, this push we're seeing higher highs and higher lows. If we go lower time frame, you will see series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, equal high, higher high. But question is this push the major bullish move, or is just a retracement of this push to the downside? It's looking more like this push we've been seeing is a retracement to the downside, because what we could see some head, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder pattern forming, right? So I could see that it's reversing. You could see the curve. So most likely this has been, because if we do this from the daily, right, from this push to this side using the fib tool from the daily, if we use to see where the 50% retracement is, you would see. Now where this is happening is around this retracement level. That's another thing again. You see, it's around this level, 50% 61 level. And in this same level, look at what's forming. Look at where the 50% retracement is happening. And it's in this same level, we're seeing this left shoulder, head, double top, and pattern. So we're going to be wary. But one thing we should keep in our minds that gold is always an appreciating asset. So regardless of all this forming, at some point it always finds its way up. So due to what's happening currently, the war between US and Iran has been a determining factor of the price movement of gold, and that's why we've been seeing this sell pressure on gold. Else, in normal times when there are wars and uncertainties, gold tends to move to the upside and create new high all-time highs and new all-time highs. But in this time, the war is unique because it has to do with a region where major oil supply is having to do so. Whenever it is we see some sell pressure, investors are taking money out from gold to buy US oil. And whenever US oil money is being taken out from it is dropping, investors run to buy gold. So this has been the pattern happening for the past 2 3 months. 2 months since the war started. It's been inverse relationship between gold and US oil when it's dropping. So that has been the pattern that has been happening. So now, currently as we are, we don't even know what next because there's a whole lot of back and forth with the war like this. We don't even know what the direction is, if they're gonna find peace, if they are still gonna continue with the war and all of that. Because last week was really messy. 1 minute we hear them having peace talk, the next minute is scattered, 1 minute, like that. But war. Those are the fundamental side of things. But technically, looking at things, I'm seeing some bearish momentum happening on gold because for the past 1 month, this guy 4,700 level has been what has been keeping price up. So question now is this level of support going to continue holding? Because as we can see, as of last week before the market closed, we had a body close below it, which means this level of support has been broken. So question now is, if market opens, is it gonna respect that? So everywhere we see in red here is a sell zone. So this from the daily. So we drew down to the 4 hour and like we could see what's happening. Look at the pattern forming. Yeah, we have series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But this guy got taken out, right? Which indicated a change, but not yet because this guy is a strong level of support for the whole month of April. This was the only time price traded below 4,700, but since from the 7th of April, price has been riding above 4,700. And the month ending, is it gonna end below 47 or is gonna end above it? Because this guy here, right here, is a strong level of support. He has been holding it. Yeah, and it's this guy, this support level here. Yeah, this support level here has been what's holding it. But from the way we're seeing things, only one way to find out when market open. So these are the two things we're expecting. This has been a downtrend and more likely to buy from here, right? Is what we're expecting. But in the case it gets broken, right? Because if we do this, you do this trend line here, it's like this trend has been exhausted and been broken here with what we're seeing here. So what we're seeing on the daily close is this actually a body close because this guy has even been violated. So this guy has been violated too, has been taken out. So this guy here we see in this body close, price is riding back above it again. So is it gonna continue down or what? So that's the thing, only one way to find out when the market opens. So simply put, what do we do? Once you identify your zone, it's either of two things. It's either it respects that zone, or if it gets broken, you wait for a retest and you buy and do the needful, simple and short. So this level of support here, right? So what we're gonna be expecting market open, obviously we're gonna see some drop to the downside because market was selling. So when market opens, this has been the pattern, it will drop. So from this level, we're expecting here normal thing to happen. This is what we're expecting up until this level, because anytime a trend line gets broken, price reaches till the end of that trend line. So this is a bullish move. We're gonna switch it up to the blue. But in the case this guy gets broken, right? In the case this level of support gets broken, you just wait for the retest and sell to the downside. This is what we're gonna be looking at for market open for gold on Monday. Simple and short. So identifying the zone is a simple thing, but like waiting and waiting for confirmation, patient. You gotta wait a whole lot of like we could be on Monday, we'll be active on the chart, won't take trades. Tuesday, if it's not clear, like we won't take, you know, it's a whole lot of waiting thing here. So the price level between 4,696 to 4,684 is the buy zone range. But if it gets broken, we'll wait for the retest and continue to the downside. I hope that's clear. Then even in this, at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys confirmation I use that I discovered and I've been observing for like 2 3 weeks now, that makes you enter and get entries earlier, especially if you use the 15-minute time frame as regards the usual bullish or bearish engulfing confirmation that everybody uses. I even think waiting for 15 minutes or engulfing candle, you're already late to the party. So you could get in earlier and get a deal like very, very early. So on US oil, what are we seeing? Let's see. So price is at this level of resistance. Uh, Look at this level of resistance. Yeah, so it's been kind of like choppy too. But from what we're seeing, this guy has been taken out. So meaning his price, this push, is it a retracement or a push to the upside? Is what we're trying to identify right now. Here's another high that like was taken out too. So was he left some kind of like bearish, so more likely to sell around this zone. And if we check the price range of that, it will be around $100 per barrel. So anytime I do the pattern here, anytime I identify zones, we'll find these the strongest, most reasonable price point at the round psychological levels around those zones. So we always use that to help us. So 100 is a resistance zone. So for oil, when we drill down, come down, what we're going to be expecting. Question is this push a retracement or the joining of something new to the upside? This oil is heavily dependent on the outcome of whatever it is the US guys are going to be doing. So what? First off, this guy is a sweet by his own. This guy is a sweet by his own. This low here. The second area of interest we're going to be marking out is this level of support. Is this level of support here. This level of support here. So that's what we're going to be looking out for price to retrace. And from this level too. But this is the premium sweet zone because yeah. So what we're looking out for on market open is if price will come to this level, respect, right, and continue to the upside. Is it gonna break or to this guy? These are two areas of interest on market open for US oil, regardless of whatever the outcome of the news is. This guy was taken out, but he got reclaimed here and is forming, and he is forming new highs. It took this guy out, which is indication of bullish momentum. So what is the normal price move? Push feels exhaustion. higher highs, higher low, higher high. This guy taking out now, expecting some low, so we'll buy from the downside. But in the case this guy doesn't hold easily, no problem. These two guys fail, and it means uh it's continuation move to the downside. So if this guy fail, we could sell some little short sells to down here. If this guy fails, some little short side to the downside, simple and short, around the price level of 91 to 87 is buy zone on US oil. So that's it. That's what we're gonna be looking then. I still check this guy DXY, the dollar index, to have an idea of what the price is for, what direction is for the US dollar, because these two assets we trade in are heavily dependent on the USD. So whatever happens with the US has like impact here. So we're expecting price to continue pushing to the upside here, but well, it broke, and it's looking like this guy here that will mark. There's gonna be a little retracement, but like the US and the DXY is bullish. Is bullish because this strong level, this support is on a support level right now. This zone here, so on a support level. So we might see some little drop to the downside, but it's just retracement for the US. So if the US dollar is gaining strength, meaning our sell bias here is valid, because I could see if this guy on you this this is gold. So the more the US dollar gains strength, pressure on gold. US dollar gains strength, you know, has something to do with this guy. So I hope we picked one or two values here. Then the extra perks I said I was gonna show you guys is the confirmation. So man, watch out for this type of confirmation before the engulfing. Usually the idea is around that area of interest. What we're looking out for to see is this type of bullish engulfings. But now, from what I've seen, if you even wait for this engulfing, like for like area of interest where we mark a price, which is what we're looking out for, is this guy to buy, right? Stop loss below it. That's the normal usual thing using 15-minute confirmation. But it's late if you even use this guy, because how to catch, you can catch price early by just this closure. This guy is a very strong guy that I've been seeing. This guy, let me mark it out for you guys. This guy here, this guy you see, watch out for it. Either up or above. It indicates takeover of either the, if you see it below, you see this guy, once you see it around your area of interest, it's a sign to buy early. So I've been observing it, like, and it's been working, like this guy too. So do your own back test, right? This guy. So before now, I used to wait for the engulfing, but I realized that's even too late. Yeah, even getting to the party too late, right? This guy, check it out anytime you see it. If you see it's type of, you see this guy here, see it here again. Once you see you sell, put, you're in the party, as you got someone who will be selling and putting a stop loss, and you get a good deal. If you go over again, you see the guy, see him here again, see the guy again. So me now, I don't even wait for this one to form yet. Once I see this closure around my area of interest, it's not everywhere you will see them on. The areas of support or resistance where you see them is where, like, uh they have value even across every asset. Let's go to gold and check. But this will be it. See you on the next one. And time out. Yeah. Watch out for updates on my Telegram, my pages, so that you could keep tabs on me and whatever it is we're doing. Right. Thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe. See you on the next one.